sure Marinette probably didn't exactly mean what she said.
It's not just her. Actually, I don't even care about her. It's because I have no reason to be here. Nobody likes me. I have no friends. I'm useless.
Better person. Everyone reached out to you, including Ladybug and Cat Noir, when they gave you the Miraculous of the Bee again. But all you ever think about is yourself.
And what else is there to think about? Losers and nobodies, the little bees,
The planet.
We will never be friends again, Chloe. You and I are done.
Chloé Bourgeois is one of the most controversial characters in Miraculous history. Seriously, mention her name anywhere in the Miraculous community and chances are you'll start an argument almost immediately. Years after some of her biggest episodes aired, people are still discussing her character, her downfall, her missed opportunities, and one question that simply refuses to disappear. Was Chloé ever supposed to get a redemption arc? The reason this conversation has lasted so long is because Chloé wasn't introduced as a simple, one-dimensional bully. At first glance, that's exactly what she looked like. She was rude, entitled, spoiled, and constantly made life difficult for Marinette and everyone around her.
an octopus that comes from outer space?
A fire-breathing dragon?
No, those are so lame. I want a giant yellow gorilla that throws exploding bananas.
She acted like she was more important than everyone else, used Sabrina as her personal assistant, and always expected things to go her way. During the first season, there wasn't much reason to believe she would become anything more than the rich mean girl character every show seems to have. But then something interesting happened. As the series continued, the writers slowly started showing another side of Chloé. Small moments began appearing throughout the show that revealed there was more going on beneath the surface. We learned about her complicated relationship with her mother, Audrey Bourgeois. We saw how desperately she wanted approval. We saw how much she cared about being noticed. For the first time, viewers weren't just looking at a bully. They were looking at someone who seemed deeply insecure. One of the most important things about redemption arcs is that they don't begin with someone being good. They begin with someone recognizing that they have flaws. Chloé wasn't there yet, but the show was clearly spending more time exploring why she behaved the way she did. Instead of simply making her the villain of every school scene, Miraculous was adding layers to her character. Every time the audience learned something new about her, the possibility of redemption started feeling more realistic.
It's not just her. Actually, I don't even care about her. It's because I have no reason to be here. Nobody likes me. I have no friends. I'm useless.
Honestly, if there is one moment that completely changed Chloé's reputation within the fandom, it was the moment she received the bee Miraculous. Suddenly, she wasn't just causing problems anymore. She was helping save Paris. She was standing alongside heroes. She was fighting villains. For the first time, Chloé wasn't on the outside looking in. She was actually part of the action. Throughout seasons 2 and 3, the show repeatedly hinted that Chloé might be growing. There were moments where she showed genuine bravery, moments where she wanted to help, moments where she seemed to understand that being a hero was about more than just receiving praise. These scenes weren't happening once or twice. They were happening often enough that many people believed the writers were building towards something much larger. And honestly, if you watch those seasons today, it's easy to understand why. The story seemed to be following a familiar pattern. Flawed character discovers responsibility, flawed character struggles with responsibility, flawed character slowly becomes a better person. It's a formula that's been used countless times in storytelling because it works. Audiences love seeing characters improve. Audiences love seeing people overcome their flaws. Audiences love second chances. That's why the season 3 finale shocked so many people. Instead of continuing forward, Chloé went backward. Rather than embracing the lessons she had supposedly been learning, she chose power. She chose selfishness. She chose her own desires over doing the right thing. The character who many believed was becoming a hero suddenly appeared to be rejecting that path entirely. For years, Thomas Astruck has explained that Chloé was never intended to receive a redemption arc. According to him, her story was about someone being given opportunities to change and refusing those opportunities. In his view, Chloé's downfall wasn't a twist, it was the point. She represented a person who repeatedly chooses selfishness even when presented with better options. From a storytelling perspective, that's actually a very interesting concept. Not everyone changes. Not everyone learns. Not everyone becomes better. Some people continue making the same mistakes over and over again. Some people refuse to take responsibility for their actions. Some people reject every opportunity for growth that comes their way. The problem wasn't necessarily the message. The problem was that many viewers felt like they had spent multiple seasons watching a completely different story. This is why discussions about Chloé became so intense online. One side argues that her downfall was always planned. Looking back, there are definitely warning signs. Even during her most heroic moments, Chloé often cared more about recognition than helping others. She wanted Ladybug's approval. She wanted attention. She wanted to feel important. Her motivations were rarely completely selfless. But the other side argues that the show spent too much time developing her growth for audiences not to expect redemption. When a character repeatedly shows signs of improvement, viewers naturally assume that improvement is leading somewhere. That's simply how storytelling works most of the time. And honestly, that's what makes this entire debate so fascinating. Both sides have evidence. You can rewatch those episodes and see someone who appears to be becoming better. You can also rewatch those same episodes and see someone who never truly changes. Then came another major turning point, Zoe Lee. The introduction of Zoe completely changed the conversation surrounding Chloé. Almost immediately, comparisons started being made between the two sisters. Zoe was kind, supportive, compassionate, and quickly proved herself worthy of heroism. Before long, she inherited the Be Miraculous and became the new Be Hero. For many viewers, this felt like the story moving forward. For others, it felt like Chloé's potential development had simply been handed to another character. Whether you agree with that criticism or not, it's impossible to deny that Zoe's arrival had a huge impact on how people viewed Chloé's storyline. Suddenly, there was another character standing exactly where many expected Chloé to eventually stand, and that comparison only fueled more debate. As the series progressed, Chloé's role became increasingly clear. Instead of moving toward redemption, she moved further away from it. The possibility of redemption seemed more distant than ever. But that's just my opinion. Let me know down below whether you think Chloé should have been redeemed or whether her downfall was always the right ending for her story. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. I'll see you in the next one.